Happy New Year and welcome again to Royal Warriors Global. I am so happy that you came back. Now, because my theme in 2024, which I talked about in my introductory video, because my theme is no more in 2024 or no more in 24, or for those of us who sometimes like the code switch, no mo in 2024 or no mo in 24, right? So welcome back. Welcome back. In my introductory video, I just talked about the fact that I am one of those people who really enjoy having a theme word. And for this year, 2024, I actually have a phrase, no more in 24. And what I'm going to be talking about, probably just for January, is the whole fact of the things that I want to let go of, the things that I am going to not allow to hold me back, press me down, or keep me from moving forward. And maybe some of these things that are on my list will resonate with you. So in my introductory video, I talked about the whole thing of no more apathy, no more passivity, which is the one I first started with, because I had the acronym PAL, PAL, PAL. No more passivity, no more apathy, and no more lethargy. And those words, the first letter of each one, PAL, that stands for pal. And we know a pal could be a friend, an amigo, a buddy. But passivity, apathy, and lethargy, no friends, right? They are actual enemies to our success, enemies to our productivity, enemies to our creativity, right? Enemies to us moving forward. And at the end of that video, I talked about no more perfectionism. See, I probably will not cut any of this out. Now, I do believe in excellence. I do believe in excellence. But as far as perfectionism, where everything has to be right, where I said every word exactly as it should be pronounced, every hair is in place, right? I'm waiting for my glow up until I feel like I just look so fantastic that I can come before the people. Perfectionism really is a part of that PAL group where it's a thief. It keeps us from moving forward. It keeps us stuck. It keeps us stagnant. And we're not about that, right? We're not about that in 2024. If you don't know that 2024 is going to be a year just unlike any other, then I'm here to tell you. Now you know it is going to be a year unlike any other year that we have experienced. And we need to have some no more. Some things we're not going to stand for, some things we're not going to participate in, some things we are not going to allow ourselves to do, to say, to think. We are going to this year, as a member of the Royal Warriors global community, we're going to fight. We're going to fight the good fight. We're going to armor up as we're called to do in Ephesians chapter 6. So we want to be ready for whatever is coming down the pike. We want to be ready. So that begins with us armoring up and committing ourselves to saying no more to many things, to many characteristics. And for some of us, we have to say no more to certain people, right? The way that we have interacted and engaged with certain people. No mo. No mo in 24, right? And I'm just joking, when I say it that way. But the three words I want to talk about for today's short, brief video is no more perfectionism, because even though I said that in my introductory video, I didn't give the definition of it, and I want to do that. So the definition of perfectionism: refusal to accept any standard short of perfection. Refusal to accept any standard short of perfection. Now, again, I believe in excellence, but perfection means that everything has to go without a hitch in order for us to move forward, in order for us to step out. And that is not always the case. Now, I know if you've ever watched a gymnastics meet, that some of the gymnasts will get that perfect 10, but we can't go through life only moving forward, only striving when if we know we're going to get that perfect 10. Sometimes a 9 will do, right? A 9.5, an 8, a 7, a 6, just getting started, right? So that's what we have to do sometimes. And then when it says refusal to accept any standard short of perfection, that means we have to look up the word perfection. And perfection, the condition, state, or quality of being free or as free as possible from all flaws or defects. And it is okay, right, to want to strive for flawlessness, to want to get as close to that ideal as possible. But we don't want it to keep us from moving forward, right? So no more. And here are some synonyms, right? Some words with similar meanings to perfection: flawlessness, excellence, which excellence is a good thing, superbness, sublimity, exquisiteness. I like saying that word, exquisiteness. Perfectness, I didn't know that was a word. Faultlessness, impeccability, immaculateness, exemplariness. All right, so that's perfection. No more in 2024. Yes, let's go for excellence, but don't allow perfection to keep us from moving forward. No more procrastination in 2024. No more perfectionism. No more procrastination. The action of delaying or postponing something. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. No, I didn't mean tomorrow. I meant tomorrow. No, no more procrastination. No more waiting. No more hesitating. No more vacillating. And my sister gave me the whole idea. She said she heard, I have 3 sisters. So one of my sisters, my youngest sister, she said that she once heard someone say that procrastination is the whole idea of having the audacity, right? The audacity to think you have more time. So that is audacious, right? And I believe in being audacious and being bodacious. But we don't want to just assume that we have time, that, like the Winans song, she also brought that up. They have a classic song called Tomorrow. Who promised you tomorrow? For your tomorrow could very well begin today. So let's begin today, right? Today is yesterday's tomorrow. So whatever we were postponing, let's get up and do at least one thing towards that. All right. So no more perfectionism in 2024, no more procrastination in 2024, and no more comparison. No more comparison. A consideration or estimate of the similarities or dissimilarities between 2 things or people, right? So, in class, we used to have to draw that Venn diagram where you would put in each circle the things that were different about 2 items or 2 people. And then where it overlapped, you would put where things were the same, right? But what we do in life, what we tend to do is we tend to compare and see how we measure up against some other person. And that's unnecessary and such a waste of time. The only comparing we should be doing, if we're going to compare ourselves against a person, here are 2 people you can compare yourself to. Compare yourself to Jesus, right? Let Jesus and his walk, when he walked the earth, let that be someone we compare ourselves to. How much are we like Jesus? Do we need a little more Jesus, or do we need a lot more Jesus, right? And the other person that is perfectly fine. In fact, I encourage you and myself to compare ourselves against is ourselves. Compare you against you. Are you becoming a better, more improved version of yourself? Am I becoming a better, more improved version of myself? The fact that I am doing a second video for my channel that I've been wanting to start for probably at least a year, Royal Warriors Global, means that I am improving. I am improving. So that is who we should compare ourselves to, ourselves. So in my first video, we talked about no more in 2024, no more passivity, no more apathy, no more lethargy. And I mentioned at the end, no more perfectionism. And that's why I'm here today, right? Because I'm not waiting on perfectionism. So no more perfectionism, no more procrastination, and no more comparison. PPC. I can't think of a word for that, right? So it stands for perfectionism, procrastination, and comparison. So let's do whatever it takes to eliminate from our lives passivity, apathy, lethargy, and perfectionism, procrastination, and comparison. No more, y'all, in 2024. It is time to move forward. The world is waiting on your talent, your ability, your gift, and your skill. And it's a fight, I know. It's a fight, but it's a good fight.